This is my first unboxing sort of video, and I'm not sure I like doing that, but it seems like it's kind of fun to get into something. I just bought a CamPark Ultra HD 4K action camera. This is the poor guy's answer to a GoPro. So I took the plastic off the box and then I decided I was going to do this. So let's see what's inside. We have a user's manual, in a whole bunch of different languages. So the actual user's manual is 17 pages long. We have a special offer flyer. We have the camera over here, and what do we got here? This must, oh. Okay, we got a box with some stuff in it here. So we'll get to that in just a second. In here, we have 2 batteries for the camera. Put those over to the side. And the camera itself, which is in its little waterproof case and mounted to a clip mount thing. Now, I've never used anything like an action camera before, so this has got a little clip there, and you open up the back of the waterproof case. Seems to be pretty nicely constructed. Okay, I see how that works. You've got little switches here that push through. That's how it operates the buttons with it closed up watertight. That's supposed to be good to 30 feet. And so here is the camera itself. That's very small. Let's see if I'm going to get at this with a ruler. Just a hair over 2 1/4 inches, 1.5 inches, just 1 1/8 inches including the lens. So it's a pretty small piece of equipment here. Must be an okay, for there's the slot for your card. That must be a video and USB for charging. I'm assuming the batteries don't come charged. Yeah, let's see, and there's a okay, so there's a little battery door. Coolio. We'll just play with one of these batteries here and see if it actually has any charge on it. I could look at the instructions and learn something maybe, but I'm not going to. That would be really unfair to look at the instructions. So if I press and hold that button, okay, a little blue light comes on, and I get a little screen here. It's a touch screen. So and it has a camera app which allows you to connect this to your camera. So I'll get there in a little bit. Meanwhile, that proves that it turns on. And then yes, it says I can't film anything because I don't have a card in there. That makes sense. And it turns off if you hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, so let's go back to the little plastic case here. Okay, that seems pretty solid. It just goes in there, snaps on there. And now we have the whole thing in its little waterproof case. Now I'm hoping, you know, to be able to use this in shooting some reviews of some of the things that I have. So I'll probably be mounting it on a headband or something like that to get it up where it will capture stuff the way I want it. I may also want to mount this inside my car, and I bought some accessories for doing that. We'll look at those maybe in a little bit. So there's the camera. Now let's look inside this other box here, because there's other things that are supposed to come with this. And now is where it gets very interesting. Okay, what do we got here? That looks like a spare back. It's a spare back for the camera case, but this one has slots in it. Now I'm wondering if that's for ventilation. When you don't care about waterproof particularly, do you want ventilation to help it be cooler or something? I don't know. Maybe somebody knows that and can tell me what that's about. So we'll put that over there. What else have we got? We got a whole bunch of different mounting things here. What's that one? Okay, there's a charger, I think, for the battery. You can charge your batteries off or outside of the camera. So yeah, they just go in there, and looks to me like that's just a USB on that. So we'll try that one out in a minute. And let's see, what all have we got here? Okay, there's a USB cable. Always useful. Not that I don't have 500 of those things floating around here anyway. We have some of these that I probably will never use, but I got them anyway because they came in the kit and you just take what you get. This is a bicycle, or a, you know, something to mount it on a bar of something. You clamp that on and there you go. And that's got a neat little rubber gooshy thing in there to make it so it doesn't slip. So if you want to mount that on the forks of your bicycle or motorcycle or something and get shots down there. And all of these things look to me like, yeah, they slot onto the case here. And the camera itself, you can see right down in there, the camera itself has a tripod mount. So you can mount it on a regular tripod, just the camera, not the case. And I think one of the things in here is to mount the case on a tripod. Okay, so we have a bicycle handlebar mount. We have another mounty gizzy piece. You have to play with all these pieces. Okay, there's another one it's just like that one but shorter. So we got a long and a short. I see what that does. That part mounts to the camera. That part mounts into something like this so that it'll be at a 90-degree angle. If you mount it here, it points that way. If you put this in here, it now points that way. Okay, that makes sense. And there's a long one and a short one of that. What's this? And that's a really short one. Same thing, just getting shorter, I think. No? What is this? That's just a link. Same direction, but a short extension link. Okay, I'm sure that will come in somewhere. Okay, these things look like... Okay, that's double-sided tape, foam sticky tape, and a clippy giz. So my guess is that's what... Yes, okay. So that snaps in there. wonder if I can get that off again. I'm sure I can. There we go. And it squeezes together and slips out. So those have got sticky tape so that you could mount this someplace if you had a place that you wanted to mount it and be able to just lock it in. It's kind of a semi-permanent sort of thing. And there's two of those. Well, this one's different. That one has a screw thread, like for mounting on a tripod. So you could mount this on a tripod and just clip it in. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Although I kind of wish for my tripod it didn't have that. Well, we'll play with that some. But I could see where you might mount one of those someplace like over your desk if you were going to do some kind of podcasting, whatever, I don't know, what do you call it? Video blogging stuff. This is another kind of link piece. Okay, that's got the clippy giz that clips into the back plates here. That'll clip into that and mount the camera, so it changes the camera mount from this way and moves it out. It does some, just kind of repositions things. Okay, see, that's kind of what we've got here, is just some different variations in how to position stuff. There's lens cleaning cloth, a couple of zip ties, a little wire security thing in here. I'm guessing this is stuff that you would, secure in such a way, use a zip tie and this and things to secure your camera in such a way so that if you're fastening it on your motorcycle or something, if it lets go, it's got a backup. It's just an extra safety attachment, which is good, and a couple of extra replacement double-sided tape things for those catchy gizzes. And here, okay, that looks like it mounts into the camera itself. So that allows you to use any of these three-prong bracket things, any of these things here, or any of this stuff. You can put the this on there, and you can mount the camera without it having to be inside of its case. Okay, so I understand that. And this, okay, that just goes on your tripod screw. Okay, so this thing isn't really necessary. That gives you the quick connect, but you could mount this on your tripod and mount the camera case onto that and have the camera in its waterproof case mounted on your tripod using that screw. Yeah, because it would just screw on like that. If this was your tripod screw, you just mount that on there and hey presto, there's your camera in its waterproof case mounted to your tripod, not with the quick clicky thingy. Got it. Okay, so I think I figured out all of these bits and pieces here. Obviously some of these, like this has got a captured nut, and most of these things, they've got the captured nut and they've got a thumb screw thing here. This one doesn't have a thumb screw, so you've obviously got to steal from different parts to make it all work. But there you go. There's the pieces to mount the camera up onto the tripod. That's something that I'm probably going to be particularly interested in doing. So I'll just leave that on there. These things don't really need to go back into their little bags. I'm going to need something to store it all in, because it does not come with any kind of a case or storage box or anything. What have we got here? Velcro. Velcro wraps. And a strap. buckle strap, and another buckle. Oh, I got it. I understand. This back that we were looking at with the slots in it, you can put your buckle strap through and strap this onto your arm or whatever, and hey presto, there you go. You've got a camera mount on your arm. That seems kind of shaky. We'll have to see. I think that's what these are anyway. And the Velcro bits, I'm sure you've got to figure out some way to mount something somehow using the Velcro. So there's just a couple more pieces of stuff for mounting. So that's the kit. That's the action camera, the CamPark. This is the X30, and I got this particular one because it supposedly has a true 4K recording capability, and it also can record 4K at 60 frames per second. So I'm not sure that that matters to me at this point, but it might at some point in the future. Plus, I got a $30 coupon on this thing, and so it actually cost me less than the one that I was going to buy, which was the X20. And the X20 uses what's really a 2K sensor and then interpolates for 4K, so it doesn't have quite as much capability. The X20 has some other features that I liked, like a remote, which this does not have. But this does have the ability to connect to your cell phone, and you can use your cell phone as a remote. So I got to figure out how to do that. I ended up paying $70 for this. It was $99.99. I got a $30 coupon on it, so I paid $69.99 for the camera and kit, all of this stuff that we've just been looking at here, and pretty happy with that as a price. Seems like a reasonable value. I will be seeing what it does, and no doubt you will see some of the results of that in the near future. Near future in terms of my web channel means sometime in the next 10 years. So I will in the near future be using this to shoot some videos.